Hello everybody, how are you doing? It is Sunday morning, I'm out in the shop. These are the blanks that I made last week with the Sierra tubes, the 27 64-inch tubes. And I basically used Type Bond 2 to glue the segments onto the tubes. A good buddy of mine, Bob Hayden, is a chemist, and he did some testing with brass and Type Bond and found that it will not hold, okay? Type Bond will not glue to brass, which, okay, that does make sense. It's a wood glue. I have been trying today to get these tubes out of these blanks. I cannot press them out. I used a hammer and a punch and tried to knock them out. I can't get them to come out of the tubes. So my thought is that that's a good sign. That means they're tightly put together and they're probably going to be just fine. But in the event that they did break loose, all you would have to do is smear a little bit of epoxy on your tube, slide it back into the blank, and it's fixed. So I think these are going to be okay for now. I have not been using the pen that I made. Here's the blank that I turned the other day. It actually came out of this batch, and I went ahead and turned it. It's got one of the tubes glued in it, and it's fairly solid. I don't know how long it'll hold up, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to find a pen kit that I can take apart. I don't have any brand new Sierra kits in the shop, unfortunately, so I'm going to take one of my older Sierra kits apart. We're going to press this into it, and I'm going to start carrying this pen on a daily at work and see just how well it holds up. I found a kit, I knocked it apart, and I put it onto this particular blank. It's going to be just fine. I'll start carrying this. This is not the most well-finished blank because I did it as a test, really just to see if it would hold together during the turning process, and I had zero issues. We're going to carry it every day at work for a while and just see how well the tube holds up with the blank. And once again, if it does come loose, I'm just going to put some epoxy on there, slide that tube back in, and it'll never come out. I've been working on the blanks for the Longwood Pen Kits, our pen and pencil kits. This is the mesquite that's going to be going onto the pen kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got 2 coats of thin on it, quite a few coats to go, probably 4 to 5 thin, and then 3 to 5 medium, depending on how it looks. While I'm waiting between coats for my CA to cure, I got another project I'm going to start over here. You notice these blanks are all marked, and I went ahead and marked them because I want to keep the 2 blanks together. That's the way I sorted them, but I got to get them squared up. So we're going to start squaring blanks for our next blank idea. I've got the first update of each set of blanks completed. They're laying here drying. Notice they're nice and flat on that side. The way I accomplished that is I put glue on one of the blanks, then I lay them side by side on this paper, which is on a nice flat surface, my table saw top, and I push the blanks back and forth, rubbing them together until the Type Bond grabs, and then once it does, I pick it up, I wipe the bottom off right here with my finger if there's any glue squeeze out, and then I just lay them on another section of paper to dry. I'll give these about 20 minutes. The Type Bond will be tacked up enough to where I'll be able to glue these 2 halves together, and we'll have our new blank. Then we got to decide what we do with the blank to make them even more interesting to look at and to turn. Just finished putting CA on the black locust blank. Looks pretty good. You can see the towel marks in it. Just needs to be micro meshed. That'll take care of all of that. Getting ready to start here any minute. This is funny. I took this blank over to my disc sander to clean up the fingernail on each end from the CA finish that I just made. And it's so hot in the garage that when I fired up the sander, the adhesive let loose on the disc and threw the sandpaper across the shop. That is completely clean and non-sticky. It literally just let loose and blew across the shop. So we're gonna put a new piece of sandpaper on there. It probably was about ready for it anyway, and then we'll get the ends of this blank cleaned off and we'll be back in business. Check them out, guys. New and improved Spectraply blanks on steroids. These are amazing. What happens when you turn a Spectraply blank? Notice this blank here. Notice how you have the nice wide blue section. Over here you have the nice wide red section. That's okay sometimes, but when you get that when you turn your blank thicker. When you turn a thinner blank, let's say you were turning a slim line, you would turn it down, you wouldn't have that effect. With these blanks, you will not get that effect because it is straight lines of Spectraply all the way down through the blank. This is going to give a really neat effect. Now, I'm not sure. A couple of these I may go ahead and spiral just for the heck of it. A couple of them I may just make full-blown blanks. Don't know yet. Thinking about it. Just got to decide what I want to do and let her rip. But I'm real happy with how these turned out. Hello, everybody. How are you? You may notice, if you're a Facebook user, that you're starting to see posts from me on Facebook. I'm not actually posting on Facebook. I abandoned Facebook about 2 years ago because I had some personal issues with the volatility or the toxicity of the entire Facebook community. So I kind of walked away from it. I did not delete my Facebook account simply because I still have Facebook Messenger, and many of you guys contact me on Facebook Messenger, and I wanted to stay in touch. So I still have that app on my phone, but Facebook's been gone for 2 years and I haven't checked it. My wife said, "Hey, you got back on Facebook today." And I was like, "No, I didn't." She goes, yeah, you did, because I saw some posts from you with some blanks you're making. Well, evidently, and I've known this for a long time, Facebook owns Instagram. And for the longest time when I was posting on Instagram, I would constantly get these messages, "Hey, do you want to also post this on Facebook?" And I would always answer no, because I didn't want to. Well, they stopped asking. It's been a while since I posted, so I jumped back on Instagram today and started shooting some photos and dropping them out there just for the heck of it, to kind of get back in communicating with people and just kind of, get back into the Instagram whole environment. And it looks like they have gone ahead, and even though I said I didn't want to, they have linked my Instagram photos with my Facebook account, which doesn't make sense to me. Why would you have an application like Instagram and an application like Facebook and make them the same thing? It just seems kind of silly. But you can see my photos on Facebook as well, and you can comment on them. And I apologize, I will not be responding. But if you comment on Instagram or YouTube, I will respond. I honestly just don't intend to get back on Facebook because I just had personal reasons, and I just needed to walk away from it. So just wanted to give you a quick update. I'm going to get back into the shop here. I got to press a couple pins together, and got a few other odds and ends I want to do before I call it a night. And I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll take you along for the entire trip. Well, here they are. First peek at the Longwood click pen and the Longwood mechanical pencil. I'm really happy with how these turned out. The mechanisms in both are super nice. I love the way they work. Mechanical pencil, really smooth operating. I know there's some lead in there. Come on, there it is. Just took a second to get it started. The click pen, really nice action on that. I especially like the mechanical pencil. I'm a mechanical pencil user, so I think this one is going to go in my pocket and become my everyday carry for work, because I do enjoy using mechanical pencil. I can't thank you enough, Dave Patterson, for sending these to me. I had a great time turning them. The mesquite is beautiful. The black walnut is beautiful. And all in all, these were a blast to turn, and I like both kits. They're amazing. That's going to wind it up for me, guys. It is hotter than heck out here. And I got a lot done. I got 2 pins finished turning today. I got a bunch of blanks finished. I got a bunch of blanks to the first phase of what they're going to be. I don't know what the second phase is going to be. I may twist a few of them. I may turn them like that. I just don't know yet. I'll think about it because they need to dry for at least 24 hours before I do anything to them. So I won't get back to them tonight. I've had a great day in the shop, but I think it's time for me to call it quits and go in the house and cool off because it is hot out here. Just so thick and muggy. Have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye-bye.